Hi everybody, it's Miss Jane. Today I'm going to talk to you about Italy, a country in Europe. All week we're going to be talking about that, and today I'm just going to tell you some fun facts about it. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you a map, and then I'll talk to you there, okay? And there is a map of Italy. And if you see, it's very unique. It's shaped like a boot. See, there's the toe, and here's the heel. So if you look at it, it goes all the way up here, and then down, and a little, and it's shaped like a boot. And the capital is Rome, which is right there. And it's by the Mediterranean Sea, is right here. And it has has lots of famous cities, but one is Venice, which is like a lagoon, and it has canals. It's surrounded by water. And my grandfather is from Florence, which is up here, northern Italy, and he came to the United States in the 1900s. And his family's been here ever since. So most of the people in Italy are Roman Catholics, and they're famous for their food, and I'm sure you've had a lot of their food because there's a lot of Italian restaurants in the United States. But they're known for their pizza, lasagna, and for pesto, which is a green sauce that you put on pasta, and lasagna, pizza, and mozzarella cheese, which I know you all like because that's what they put on pizza. And their favorite sport is soccer, and they're known for motor racing also. And let me see, their flag is green, white, and red, and green stands for hope, white stands for faith, and red stands for charity. And up here, this part of Italy, way up here, the northern part, they have mountains up here, and they're known for the beautiful beaches down here on the Mediterranean Sea. Let's see. And so I'm going to now read you a book about Strega Nona. And this is about a lady who can make pasta. Let's read this. I'm going to turn the light down a little bit. Okay, Strega Nona. Let's read about her. Okay, you see the page. There it is. In a town in Cabrera, a long time ago, there lived a little lady everyone called Strega Nona, which meant Grandma Witch. That's what it meant, Grandma Witch. Although all the people in town talked about her in whispers, they all went to see her if they had troubles. Even the priest. The sisters of the convent went too, because Strega Nona did have a magic touch. So look, all the people down there coming to see her. They all went to see her. They all went to see her. She could cure headaches with oil and water. She made special potions for girls who wanted husbands. And she was very good at getting rid of warts. But Strega Nona was getting old, and she needed someone to help her keep her little house and garden. So she put up a sign in the town square. See her right there? She's putting up the sign. She needs help. She's starting to get a little bit old. So she needs someone to help her with her garden and her house. And Big Anthony, who didn't pay attention, went to see her. Anthony said, Strega Nona, you must sweep the house and wash the dishes. You must weed the garden and pick the vegetables. You must feed the goat and milk, and you must fetch water. For this I will give you 3 coins, a place to sleep, and food to eat. Well, that sounds like a good deal. And so the days went by. Big Anthony did his work, and Strega Nona met with the people who came to see her for headaches and husbands and warts. Big Anthony had a nice bed to sleep in next to the goat shed, and he had food to eat. And there he is working. He's working. There's Strega Nona seeing all. She's saying, bubble, bubble, pasta pop, boil me up some pasta, nice and hot. I'm hungry. It's time for supper. Boil enough pasta to fill me up. And the pasta pot bubbled and boiled and was suddenly filled with steaming hot pasta. Then Strega Nona sang, enough, pasta pot. I have my pasta nice and hot. So simmer down my pot of clay until I'm hungry another day. How wonderful, said Big Anthony. That's a magic pot for sure. So Anthony was listening, and he heard her get pasta from her magic pot. And then he went away, and Strega Nona called Big Anthony for supper. But too bad for Big Anthony, because he didn't see Strega Nona blow kisses to the magic pot. So when she wanted the magic pot to stop, after she said, stop, I have enough for my supper tonight, she blew 3 kisses into the pot, and it stopped making pasta. And this is what happened the next day when Big Anthony went to the town square to fetch the water. He told everyone about the pasta pot. And naturally, everyone laughed at him because it sounded so silly. A pot that could cook all by itself? Huh. A pot that could cook all by itself? You better go and confess to the priest, Big Anthony, they said. You better go and confess to the priest, they said to Big Anthony. Such a lie. I'll show them, he said to himself. Someday I will get the pasta pot and make and cook, and then they will be sorry. They didn't believe Anthony. We believe him, right? Because we saw Strega Nona make the pasta. That day came sooner than ever. Big Anthony would have tonight, because 2 days later, Strega Nona said to Big Anthony, Anthony, I must go over the mountain to the next town to see my friend. Sweep the house and weed the garden, feed the goat and milk her. And for your lunch, there are some bread and cheese in the cupboard. And remember, don't touch the pasta pot. Don't touch the pasta pot. Don't touch the pasta pot. Oh, yes, Strega Nona, said Big Anthony. But instead, he was thinking, this is my chance. He was thinking, this is my chance. As soon as Strega Nona was out of sight, Big Anthony went inside and pulled the pot off the shelf and put it on the floor. Now let's see if I can remember the words, said Big Anthony. And Big Anthony sang, bubble, bubble, pasta pot, boil me some pasta nice and hot. I'm hungry and it's time for supper. boil enough pasta to fill me up. And sure enough, the pot bubbled and boiled and began to fill up with pasta. Ha ha! He did it. Ah, said Big Anthony, and he ran to the town square, jumped on the fountain, and shouted, "Everyone, get forks, plates, and platters, and bowls, pasta for all," at Strega Nona's house. Big Anthony has made the magic pot work. Of course, everyone laughed, but ran home to get forks and plates and platters and bowls. And sure enough, when they got to Strega Nona's, the pasta pot was full of the pasta pot was beginning to overflow. Let's see. Big Anthony was a hero. He scooped out pasta, filled their plates and platters and bowls. He scooped it out. He was a hero. There was more than enough for the townspeople, including the priest and the sisters from the convent. And for some people came back 2 and 3 times for helpings. But the pot was never empty. The pot was never empty. It kept making pasta. It kept making pasta. Look at that. It was never empty. Just kept filling up and filling up. When all had their fill, Big Anthony sang, "Enough, enough, my pasta pot. I have my pasta nice and hot. So simmer down, my pot of clay, until I'm hungry another day." But at last he did not blow the 3 kisses because he didn't know, He didn't see her blow the 3 kisses. So what do you think's going to happen? What do you think's going to happen? He went outside to the applause of the crowd. Big Anthony took a bow. He was so busy listening to compliments from everybody that he didn't notice that the pasta pot was still bubbling and boiling until a sister from the convent said, "Oh, Big Anthony, look." And pasta was pouring out of the pot over the floor of Strega Nona's house and was coming out the door. Look, right there. It's coming out the door. You see right there? It's coming out the door. The pot didn't stop. It kept bubbling and boiling and making more pasta. Because he didn't know how. He didn't know about the 3 kisses. Big Anthony rushed in and shouted the magic words again, but the pot kept bubbling. He took the pot off the floor, but pasta kept pouring from it. Kept pouring. Look at all the pasta. Look at all the pasta. Oh my goodness. Keeps getting bigger. It keeps making more. It keeps making more. But the pasta rised the cover and Big Anthony as well and spilled onto the floor of Strega Nona's house. Look at all that pasta. It just kept coming out. Kept coming out. You see, oh, wow. Really making a lot of pasta. "Stop," yelled Big Anthony, but the pasta did not stop. And if someone hadn't grabbed poor Big Anthony, the pasta would have covered him up. The pasta had all but filled the little house. Out the window and through the door came the pasta, and the pot kept right on bubbling and making pasta. Kept on making pasta Look at all that pasta. The townspeople began to worry. Do something, Big Anthony, they shouted. Big Anthony sang the magic song again, but without the 3 kisses. Did no good. By this time, pasta was on its way down the road, and all the people were running. All the people were running to keep ahead of it. Oh no! Oh no! Look at all the pasta. Look at all the people. Oh no! They kept on running. We must protect our town from the pasta, shouted the mayor. Get the mattresses, door everything up, barricade. But that didn't even work. The pasta kept bubbling and the pasta kept coming. It kept coming. Look at all that pasta. It's all going into the town. We are lost, said the people and the priests and the sisters from the convent. The pasta will cover our town, they cried. It will cover everything. Oh no. And it certainly would have had Strega Nona not come down the road home from her visit. She didn't have to look twice to know what happened. She knew. She knew. You see her right there? She's like, here she is. What do you think she's going to do? She knows what to do, right? She sang the magic song and blew the 3 kisses, and with the sputter from the pot, stopped boiling, and the pasta came to a halt. Because she knew the secret. 3 kisses. Oh, gracias, thank you, Strega Nona. The people cried, but they turned on poor Anthony. String him up, the men of the town shouted. Ooh, they were mad at Anthony. They were very mad at Anthony. They were happy that Strega Nona came back and stopped the boiling pot with their 3 kisses. But they were angry at Big Anthony. But Strega Nona said, now wait, said Strega Nona. The punishment must fit the crime. And she had a fork. And she got a fork from a lady standing by and handed it to Big Anthony. See that fork? She handed it to Big Anthony. What do you think she's going to have Big Anthony do? Can you guess? She's going to give him a fork. And she said, all right, Anthony, you want pasta from my magic pasta pot? And I want to sleep in my little bed tonight. So start eating. He's going to have to eat all that pasta. He's going to have to eat all that pasta. And he did. Poor Big Anthony. Look at his face. Look at that. He is full. Look at his tummy. Can you imagine eating all that pasta? Oops. And the pasta was all gone. And she got to, Strega Nona got to sleep in her bed. Oh, and Anthony was all full. Look at his face. He's got a full tummy. Now, that's the story of Strega Nona. And you know what? Do you know that maybe Big Anthony should have listened to Strega Nona? Yeah, I think that he probably should have. So, until next time, I'll see you this week. And I'm going to make pizza for you guys. See you next time. Bye from Miss Jane. Bye.